Hello everyone, it's me Sarah. Welcome to my channel, A Curious Cuttlefish. Today I'm going to be talking about how to read a pattern and how to read a chart. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram as Curious Cuttlefish or email me at acuriouscuttlefish@gmail.com. So as I stated earlier, today we are going to be going over how to read a pattern or read a chart. I will be making a video later this week on reading through a chart and a pattern and showing you guys me working on it as I go. So that'll be a follow-up to this video. For right now, I just want to give you guys the basics and show you guys what you can expect when you are reading a pattern or reading a chart. And now, because I did not figure out how I could get the symbols up on the screen while I'm talking to you guys like how I usually do the text up above, I just wrote out little cards for these. So let's talk about them, and we're going to go through our stitches one at a time. So we're going to start off with the chain stitch, and as you can see here, I am going to have all of the chart symbols on the upper right hand corner, and all of the pattern for reading a pattern right next to it on the left. So this is your chain stitch. When you are looking at a graph pattern for crochet, it'll look like this little oval, and if you are reading a crochet pattern, chain stitches are read as CH. So at the beginning of your pattern, typically they'll tell you how many chain stitches you need. So it'll be CH however many stitches. Say it's 40 stitches. CH 40 is how you would read that. But again, depending on the pattern designer, everyone writes their patterns slightly differently. So make sure when you are reading your patterns that you read through the entire pattern before you start on your project, because I have had it happen where I'm just so excited to start a new project that I just dive right in and go from the beginning, and instead of reading the pattern all the way through, I'll end up frogging, ripping out some rows because I didn't read through the whole pattern and understand what it was asking me to do. So make sure you do that. Just a little tip. Okay, so we did the chain stitch, and then let me show you guys, this is the slip stitch. So when you are going to be doing a slip stitch, it appears as a little filled in dot if you are doing a chart, and if you are reading a pattern, it is read as SLST. Whenever you see ST, that stands for stitch when you are reading a written pattern. So sometimes it'll tell you to skip some stitches, and that is read as SKST, skip stitches. So just as long as you know these letters and what they stand for, it makes it so much easier to read patterns, and you'll be able to create such a wide variety of things. So I hope you guys find this helpful. Okay, so now let's move on to our actual crochet stitches. So here is the single crochet. So if you're looking at a chart, it is like a plus or times symbol. That is what it's going to look like on a chart. And if you're reading it in a pattern, it's going to be SC. Now in a lot of these patterns, they will have notes telling you what stitches are used in the pattern. If you are reading a well-written pattern, they will show you guys the stitches and the abbreviations that they're using for them. These are the standard abbreviations that I see. So hopefully you guys can follow along with these. Okay, so here is double crochet. Or no, sorry, half double crochet. So the half double crochet, the symbol looks like a capital T, and if you are reading it in a pattern, it is HDC. So there is your half double crochet. I'm going to speed up a little because there's quite a few stitches I want to go through. I don't want to have a very long video. So here is your double crochet. So it's like your half double crochet, you just add another little hatch mark on there if you are doing a chart. And if you are reading this in a pattern, it is DC. And now there is also a treble crochet. So your treble crochet adds another little hatch mark onto that capital T, so that's a treble crochet. And if you are reading it in a pattern, it is abbreviated TR. And now when you're doing patterns, sometimes they will tell you to decrease or crochet two together. So if we're doing a decrease, it would look something like this. So for a chart, if you can see right there, it looks like both of those single crochet symbols are touching each other, and they are connected. So that is telling you to single crochet two together. And if you're reading it in a pattern, it would read SC number 2 and TOG. So TOG stands for together. So when you're reading through a pattern, it will tell you what type of stitch right before, how many stitches you are doing together, and then TOG. So if you were doing a double crochet two together, there's the symbol. It's like the two double crochet symbols just attached together. And then if you were reading it in a pattern, it would be DC, the number 2, and TOG. And now sometimes we do little clusters or bobbles. And so if you are going to see that in a chart, it looks like this. So this would be 3 double crochets all together as a cluster. So that is a 3 double crochet cluster. Sometimes it's called a bobble, and it'll tell you how many stitches form that little bobble or cluster. And usually in the pattern notes, if you are reading a written pattern, they will go through the different stitches used in the pattern and how you create those stitches if they are special stitches like clusters or like shells. So let me grab. Here is a shell. So this is a 5 double crochet shell. Some people write it like this, or they just tell you to do 5 double crochets into the same stitch. And it would look something like this. All of those double crochets coming out of the same point. If you're reading a chart, it'll say 5 DC shell or 5 double crochets into the same stitch, and that'll form a shell. Okay. And then finally, I am going to show you guys, this is a stitch that I have not yet featured on my channel, but I will probably be doing a tutorial on it in the future. This is for a front post double crochet. As you can see, it is a double crochet symbol that loops around the front, and that is how you know it is a front post double crochet. And I apologize for my writing, guys. I was running out of space when I was creating these little cards, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like in charts and writing. Here's the opposite. It is the back post double crochet. So this works for both double crochets and treble crochets. If it is front post or back post, it would have FP or BP for front or back post if it is a written pattern. If it is a chart, it will have these little markings as you see here. This one is looping back around, so it is a back post double crochet. To make it a treble crochet, we would just add another little hatch mark right onto that symbol, and then that would be a back post treble crochet. So there are the symbols. Those are the symbols that you will find if you are reading a chart or reading a pattern. So I hope you found this little video helpful. I will be doing another little video later, as I stated, showing you guys with the pattern written up above and a picture of a chart on the side while I work on something simple like a granny square, so you guys can make sure that you see and understand how that's done. I'll be working on that video later this week. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you learned something new and that you're having a wonderful week. I will be seeing you all soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day.